Call to order, regular meeting. We have a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of April 19th.
So moved.
Okay, a little discussion, something that's not. Okay, so under the
I messed up.
under the approval of our minutes from the last meeting for the April 6th meeting, there was a little just it needed a comma and a couple words added to it. It was the third full paragraph down. Sir Patrick Roy reported under the miscellaneous budget money was taken out of the land acquisition fund. So there's supposed to be a comma, I think after budget, correct?
Yes, I amended the wrong one.
Okay, and then it says budget, so it should read Patrick Roy reported on the miscellaneous budget, comma, money was taken out of the land acquisition fund for the proposed 2022-2023 budget.
I'm gonna have to correct that. Correct the motion.
Okay. Any
The
other
amendment.
observations?
There was one. Is that it?
This is, well, that's,
Oh, that's the old one.
this was,
No, April
that
19th.
was from, yeah, that's from that.
You know what? It was so minor,
Okay,
not even worth it.
There's another one too, which you didn't get credit for picking up. In that, the second paragraph, I'm trying to get it up on my phone here, so.
From the 19th?
from the last meeting or the meeting before? Everything's getting all jumbled up here.
You know.
Yep, that's right. I got it. It's okay.
We're all good? Okay. Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, so really our only business tonight is we have to agree upon a proposed budget and suggest a possible mill rate. We'll set the actual mill rate after the town meeting on May 17th. Does anybody want to discuss any changes to what we?
Well, based on some of the feedback we got tonight, which I thought was, what I was hearing was really helpful. There's no penalty to be attributed to this Board of Finance, this governing committee to go in at the same. And so as opposed to buying it down.
There is no penalty.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm wondering, I'm hearing, you know, people saying there's so many unknowns, so many unknowns that nobody's going to vote us out of office if we stay at 15.4.
So if we were to do that,
We'd have to still buy down,
yeah, the buy down,
keeping it the same.
it's 320, Kim, if we stay where we are.
327.
$7.99, yeah.
When I made the move over, everything got shuffled together.
I just, I don't know.
John, you have any thoughts? Or Colin?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense just to keep it, at 15.4 because I think it shows prudence because of the unknowns. And yeah, I agree with you that there was a lot of concern that, I mean, who knows what we're looking at inflation wise?
Right.
Will oil prices stay where they are now? So the monies that are spent on fuel for vehicles, et cetera, for heating, just utilities in general.
And, you know, I think,
I don't think they're going to plummet anytime soon.
no, Bruce Hames is a really smart man.
That was a gentleman sitting right across.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
It's the first time I met him.
Lovely, lovely person. And I really, I could just hear in him that there was a logic and a sentiment to, look, guys, no penalty for staying the same. So that's what I'm going to advocate for.
Okay. John, you have any thoughts?
I like to take it to 15.25. I like quarter point moves. Where at 15.25, it costs us another $123,000 going from 320 to 423. And it takes us down 423 from 460, takes us down to $3 million. in the unassigned fund balance at $3 million represents, I don't know, represents how much,
That
How
number
many
doesn't
months?
bother me. But 600,000 by now bother me.
Yeah, I was thinking
agree.
it was closer to 5 for the buy down to 15. Well, I realized it was 15. I agree.
Yeah.
It was almost 600.
It's almost 600, yeah.
And that's, yeah,
I like staying at the 3 million too. That just has a good ring to it.
Yeah.
and 3 million on our budget is what percent? I have my HP 12 here.
That's a classic calculator.
That's the only one I know how to use.
I remember the classes I had to go to learn how to use that.
So this is 352.
That's where I get this.
so, yeah, so if we stay where we are at 15.4, it's 320. If we buy down to 15.3, it's 389. And it's John proposing at 15.25, it'd be about a 423, 4.25 buy down, which would still leave us with north of 3.5 million.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
no, not north.
No. It take us down.
North of 3.4, roughly.
He's going with 3.
The proposed 3.9.
Where it's gonna.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't construct.
Okay.
So it would be between 3.4 and 3.5 in reserve. Or at our 25. Kim, is it 25% or 2.5 months, or is that the same
3
amount?
months to.
3 months.
3 months? So even 3 months is more than what the state would like us to have, and you have any thoughts in that?
No, I'm fine with that. I think for the difference, there's some goodwill in bringing it down a little bit.
Mhm, mhm.
I wouldn't want to go down any further than that.
Holly, would you be okay with it?
I would, yeah. And I think that's a good point, Annette, about goodwill.
Yeah,
That, we're still keeping a very handsome reserve.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the following year, when we're going to be looking at revaluations, I think it will be, if we have to go from 15.4 to 15 or whatever, just to keep things in check, I think people are going to take bigger notice if we're going from 15.25 to maybe 15, or what do we have to do? I think it might be a little more palatable somehow.
Mhm.
So I'm in agreement with everybody. I think that's a prudent.
I think it's a great.
little gesture of
suggestion, yeah.
goodwill to the town.
Yeah.
Give everybody a little relief.
Yeah.
But yet still maintaining a very healthy reserve.
Yeah, the mill rate, if we're all correct in our assessment that the grand list is going to go up, is going to go down next year.
The mill rate will go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we only have 1/4 of significant inflation built into last year's budget. We're going to have 4 quarters. going
Mhm.
forward here. So
Mhm.
things are going to go up really by 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing Patrick mentioned before the meeting, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, was that the money that was taken in from last year in taxes was $200,000 more.
Oh, yeah.
We collected about 200 and something thousand more this year than last year, so
Oh, okay.
there was more revenue coming in.
Yeah,
Just something to keep in the back of your mind.
we didn't spend as much. either.
Right.
So, do we have a motion? So we have to set the amount. Do we have a motion?
do we want a motion, or do we just want to leave it sort of as a sense of the group? And then we set it that night?
Well, Kim was suggesting that we propose a mill rate, not necessarily,
Not necessarily vote on it?
well, is that what you were asking, Kim? We send a proposed,
Right, because you're gonna have to, if you're gonna propose to the public 15.25, right now it's at 15.4. You you should make a consensus vote that,
So do
You're
we
gonna
tell
take
them
the
that night at
proposed-
the town meeting? Do we tell them what the proposed?
yes.
We
oh,
do.
yes,
So-
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes, you need to have a proposed mill rate to take to the,
We have to set that tonight.
yes.
Okay.
And will the town meeting be similar format in that,
We'll be in the audience
oh, we'll be in the audience?
for the town meeting. yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll have our,
Pushed out today. They pushed me out over there.
and then we'll have a meeting like this right afterwards.
Okay,
So
good.
it should-
Because one of the things that I,
Peter,
oh, Peter runs it, okay. I know him. So,
Or Jimmy.
Or
by
Jimmy.
his side.
But I think one of the things that I find so compelling is, I don't want to call it storytelling. I think it's the accomplishments that Patrick has achieved in working with the road crew. You know, diminishing significantly the budgeted number for Painter Hill and all these other things. And how about looking at our equipment, which if we ordered today would be here in 3 years, that, you know, they're figuring out ways to invest a little to get a lot more time out of it. You know, I'd love to see a front page Waterbury Republican story on this, about what we're doing in Roxbury.
Yeah, no, the prudent way to run a town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So do we
I
have?
can tell you were an IR
Oh, yeah, there you go.
guy. I can
No,
tell.
but you know, but seriously,
You're right.
it's really good.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, to have a little narrative around that, and I hope we have somehow, maybe that's something Mr. Hurlbut will share from the front of house.
well, do you give, it's town meeting, do you give a report? I can't remember.
No.
Okay,
No, all we're doing at the town meeting is we're gonna vote on things. We're gonna vote on the budget. We have to vote on the increased abatement number. There's another ordinance we're gonna pass where driveway permits we're done up here for, I don't know what reason. So I'm gonna ask that those get moved down to land use.
there's always a long list of things about
Right.
who can
Right.
sign,
Like-
who can sign what and,
Those are
That's,
normal
you
course
know,
of
we're at that
business.
time of
yeah,
year.
right,
That time of year.
okay,
Selectmen set salaries.
Yeah.
right, right.
We're actually voting on the complete recodification of our ordinances.
Correct.
Right.
Oh,
And like a 2-year project, the general code,
Well,
just cleaning up. They went through all the legalese, cleaned up everything, so we're gonna have like a nice up-to-date version of the ordinance.
That makes
Big job.
sense.
But
You know,
just
Paul, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's just
Jimmy.
open to answer Paul's thing. You know, each resolution does go to the floor, and anybody can make a comment like you're saying.
okay.
My dad, if he is the moderator, he can say that, or anybody from the floor can make those kind of comments.
Right, you can say exactly what you just said. But I will also say that the ClearGov software will do a lot to be able to, when someone goes to our website, they'll get a narrative
Oh,
of,
like those little pop-up boxes?
not necessarily pop-up boxes, but there'll be a place where the first selectman or board of selectmen
Ah.
can cite their what we accomplished
Got it, okay,
this year. It'll kind of be all kind of inclusive as far as that.
super.
So-
And what you did tonight, I thought was great, just going through.
Thank you.
The year,
Thank you. I wasn't-
reminded us all.
And it did, it really jogged my memory and
Yeah.
I've seen other chairmen do it and I thought it was just, especially for, not only for us, but people that don't necessarily know what we do. You know, just kind of gives, I tried, it was about 5 minutes. I timed myself like 4 times. I read it and I cut out, you know, Julie was nice enough to type it up for me, but I was,
that was
I
terrific.
tried to keep
Yeah, it
it
was
as,
really good.
thank you.
That's good.
And the pace of the pace of me reading it, I wanted to read it fast, but not too fast.
Right.
No, it was perfect. I would like to move that that the proposed mill rate be 15.25 for fiscal year 2022, 2023.
I would second that.
Well, I think we gotta do a little more with the buy down of 423,000.
Okay, with a buy down of 423,379.
And do we want to include the total budget, make one big motion?
Yes.
Yeah, so then you want to read that magic number? Here, you're making the motion.
Would be the magic number.
So that's the town
Oh.
government, that's the capital.
Oh,
capital
okay,
improvement. So that's the total number. right there.
okay. Okay, I move that we propose the adoption of a total town and capital budget of $4,844,835 by setting a mill rate of 15.25 with a buy down of 400. God, my
423.
423,379.
Second.
Second.
Make sure the motion says proposed mill rate and not setting mill rate. Not
That's the
setting.
proposed
Proposed mill rate.
mill rate
Proposed mill rate.
and budget. Thanks. We got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Anything, I mean, really nothing else on the agenda. I think Patrick. Does anybody want to add anything, Patrick? or Kim?
Not on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'm excited to see what
Could be other
Arsenal has to say tomorrow, working on bridges and stuff, but that's about it, and then we're starting to work on the loader and transfer station.
So if we need to. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yay.
Roxy.
Yeah. Other
Oh, that's
business,
her name?
Oh, I'm sorry, was I not?
Yeah, no,
supposed
that's
to?
totally good.
What?
Oh, it's Roxbury.
I saw a picture.
Well, of course it's Roxbury's
What?
dog.
Rex's getting a dog?
Yes.
Town Hall is getting a
Town
dog.
Hall.
He's getting it.
I'm getting an English bulldog named Roxy. The Town Hall.
Oh, my
I
God.
checked with everyone.
May I make a motion to adjourn?
Oh, yeah.
So moved. Oh, a second.
I went to every single person.
Plenty of time to get home.
all in favor?
In my
Aye.
office.
Ayes have it.
Bed.
Aye, yes.
I'm gonna have to watch the kitchen.
Is this a
budget.
pup-
Puppy chow.